It was a stormy night at St. Michael's Hospital, the kind of night when the wind howled like a mournful spirit. Nurse Lisa sat at the nurse's station, shifting through charts and keeping an eye on the patients in the dimly lit ward. Most of her co-workers had gone home, leaving her alone in the eerie, quiet building. Lisa had heard the stories about the old wing of the hospital, long since closed off. Eerie occurrences that circulated among the staff. Whispers of shadowy figures and ghostly patients wandering the halls. She brushed off the tales as an urban legend. But that night, an unsettling feeling settled in her stomach. Alright, ready to get scared? Turn off the lights. Get cozy. And let the chill begin. At around 2 a.m., the lights flickered and dimmed, plugging the ward into a deeper darkness. The distant sound of thunder reverberated through the building, rattling the windows. As she flipped through the charts again, a shiver ran down her spine when she heard a soft, almost imperceptible sobbing coming from room 205. Curious and slightly apprehensive, Lisa walked towards the room, the linoleum floor cold beneath her shoes. She knocked gently on the door, but there was no response. Only the faint sound of whipping continued. She pushed the door open slowly. The room appeared empty except for a lone patient in the far corner. An elderly woman with frail skin and hollow eyes, staring out the window. "Ma'am, are you okay?" Lisa asked, approaching the woman. The woman turned her head slowly towards Lisa, her face a mask of sorrow. "They're coming for me," she whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks. "I can hear them." Confused, Lisa looked around the room, but everything appeared normal. "Who's coming?" she pressed gently. "The children," the woman replied, her voice trembling. "They're crying for me." Lisa felt a chill creep up her spine. In her brief time as a nurse, she had never worked with children in this wing. "I think you might be imagining things. You should try to rest," she said softly. But the woman shook her head violently. "No! You don't understand. They're not safe. They need me." Suddenly, the lights flickered again, and Lisa's heart raced. The sobbing crescendoed into wails, echoing through the dark hallways. "Stay here. I'll be right back," she promised, darting out of the room and leaving the door slightly ajar. As she rushed back to the nurse's station, the air felt dense with anticipation, and the low sound of children's laughter began to fill the corridor. Lisa could hardly believe her ears. She glanced at the clock. It was now 3 a.m. The laughter grew louder, morphing into cries that sent shivers down her spine. Determined to find the source, Lisa retraced her steps towards the old wing. Each step echoed in the silence, and as she entered the disused era, her flashlight illuminating dust-covered furniture and abandoned rooms. The laughter was now mingled with the sound of tiny footsteps scampering away from her. The darkness engulfed her. She could barely discern her surroundings. Suddenly, she saw them. Multiple figures of children in tattered hospital gowns. Their face pale, their eyes wide and searching. They seemed to be playing tag, giggling as they darted from room to room, utterly oblivious to Lisa's presence. But their laughter took on a new tone. A haunting, sinister edge that made Lisa's blood run cold. "Hey!" she shouted, trying to reach them. Where are your parents? Where did you come from?" The children stopped, turning their heads as one towards Lisa. Their expressions shifted from mirth to sorrow, and they began to cry silently, their small forms growing more translucent in the dim light. In sheer panic, Lisa stepped back, stumbling into a chair that toppled over, crashing to the floor. And at that moment, the corridor seemed to pulse and shift. The children disappeared, and she found herself alone in the dim light. Heart racing, she turned to flee back to the safety of the ward. But as she raced back, the sobbing from room 205 intensified, morphing into wails of anguish. Lisa burst into the room, but it was empty. The bed was made, the window bolted shut, and the elderly woman was gone. Confused and scared, Lisa raced to the nurse's station. As she reached the station, senior nurse Margaret approached her face pale. "Did you see her?" she gasped. "The old woman from 205? Lisa nodded frantically. "Where did she go?" Margaret's eyes widened in terror. "She passed in that room a year ago." Lisa's blood froze as she realized the childlike laughter and the weeping were echoes of the past, a memory trapped within the hospital's walls. Suddenly, the lights flickered once more, and Lisa felt a cold breeze brush past her, carrying whispers of lost children and a woman forever searching for them. As dawn broke, the haunting laughter faded, leaving Lisa alone in the now silent ward, forever changed by the ghostly encounters within the old walls of St. Michael's Hospital. The stories would linger, haunting not just the ward but every soul who whispered their name on the stormy nights. Thank you for joining me on this chilling journey through real-life horror. Remember, the scariest stories are often the ones that live next door. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share your own scary experiences in the comments below. Until next time, keep your lights on and stay safe.